All right, let's tackle a question that I know keeps a lot of business owners up at night, and that is, how do you get a handle on your Facebook ad spend so it actually starts growing your business instead of just vanishing into thin air? Let's dive right in. Does this sound a little too familiar? You're pumping money into Facebook, you're hoping for this big flood of new customers, but all you're really hearing is the, sad little sound of your bank account getting smaller. Trust me, you are not alone. This is probably one of the biggest hurdles in all of digital marketing. It is so easy to get lost in what I like to call the ad spend labyrinth, right? You either spend way too much on ads that are just duds, or you spend too little and you never even reach the right people. And maybe the worst one, you just keep throwing good money after bad on the wrong campaigns. But what if I told you there's a map out of this maze? Well, there is. And it all begins with step one. You have to match your money to your mission. It's really about shifting your mindset from just random spending to purposeful, strategic investment. You have to give every single dollar a job to do. So, first up, maybe your goal is just to get your name out there. We call this brand awareness. It's all about increasing your visibility, getting that recognition, and this is especially crucial for new businesses that are trying to make a splash in a pretty crowded market. And you want to hear the good news? You don't need a massive budget to do this. A simple $5 to $10 a day is a fantastic, totally accessible starting point to just consistently get your brand in front of new eyeballs. Okay, so let's move on to the next objective, lead generation. This is where we shift gears a little bit. We go from just being seen to actively capturing contact info, emails, phone numbers, from people who are genuinely raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm interested. Now, for this, you're going to want to bump up the budget just a little bit. Think $10 to $20 a day. That gives you enough firepower to really target those potential customers and persuade them to take that next step and, give you their details. And finally, the big one, sales conversions. This is the most direct goal of all. We're talking about turning clicks into cash, driving actual purchases. For any e-commerce business out there, this is where the magic really happens. Now, because this goal is so directly tied to your revenue, it does require a bit more of an investment to get started. A daily budget of $20 to $50 gives the Facebook algorithm enough data and, frankly, enough room to find actual buyers and start optimizing for a profitable return. So you've matched your money to your mission. Awesome. Now it's time for step two, and this is where we get into the data. This is all about finding the exact formula that tells you, without a doubt, if your ads are actually making you money. And that whole formula revolves around one single critical metric, return on ad spend, or as you'll hear it called, ROAS. Put simply, it's how many dollars you make back for every dollar you spend on ads. This number, it is your North Star. But here's where it gets really interesting. The idea of a break-even ROAS. Now, this isn't about making a huge profit just yet. Think of this as your financial safety net. It's the absolute minimum number you have to hit just to avoid losing money. And calculating it is surprisingly simple. Seriously, don't be intimidated. First, you just need to know your profit margin. So let's say you sell a product for $100 and you make $40 in profit. Your margin is 40%, or 0.4. Then you just use this formula, 1 divided by your profit margin. In our example, 1 divided by 0.4 equals 2.5. So what that means is you need to make $2.50 back for every dollar you spend just to cover your costs. Anything above that is profit. Just knowing that number is a massive step toward taking back control. But if you want some help applying this formula and, building a whole strategy around it, well, that's where experts can really make all the difference. For some guidance, you can find us at mbl.com. All right, let's move on to step 3 and see how this all comes together in the real world. It's time to launch your campaigns and scale them smartly, and we're going to use a proven 2-phase approach that minimizes your risk and absolutely maximizes your profits. Think of it like this. For the first 1 to 2 months, you are in the testing phase. Your budget is pretty modest, maybe $10 to $20 a day. Your goal here is not to get rich, it's to gather data. You're a detective looking for your winning ads. Then, once you found them, you enter the scaling phase. You take those proven winners and you start gradually increasing their budget by 20 to 50% each week to milk them for every ounce of profit. And for those of you who are ready to level up, here are a few pro tips. Use lookalike audiences to find people who are just like your best customers. It's amazing.
And dedicate about 20 to 30% of your budget just to retargeting people who've already visited your site. That is some low-hanging fruit right there. And definitely use Facebook's own tools, like campaign budget optimization, to automatically put your money where it's performing the best.
So there you have it. You see, this isn't just guesswork or throwing money at a wall and hoping it sticks. It's a strategic blueprint for success. It's about setting goals, calculating your break-even point, and scaling intelligently. When it all boils down to it, it's this simple truth. A structured, data-driven approach is what separates the businesses that thrive on Facebook from the ones that, well, just burn cash. So I want to leave you with this question to really think about. What could your business truly achieve if every single dollar you spent on ads was optimized, accounted for, and working towards a clear, profitable goal? Just imagine that for a second. If you're ready to stop imagining and turn that possibility into your reality, we can help you build that roadmap. For a personalized strategy and a consultation, visit us at Mimbial.com now.